Members of the Dear Mother Nature Company, this is your 5-minute call. Your 5-minute call. Thank you.
Dear Mother Nature, it's me, a determined 13-year-old still awaiting your arrival. The one you ignore, but I know in my gut I have felt you in my core before. I'm just calling to ask where it is. My womanhood. A few years ago, it was a race with my friends. The first one to get your period wins. Well, thank you, Mother Nature, for nothing because I haven't won. Not even second or third. Older girls say I'm lucky that I haven't started yet. But there is a club that I am not in. This club requires bleeding, cramps, leaking, and conversations that I do not understand nor comprehend its detail. This club requires sanitary products that actually get used. So, I'm lucky? Even though the majority of the time it's me, nodding and agreeing, but deep down there is still a part of me that wants to be in the race and have the excitement of starting my period. Although, a girl at school once told me that if I touch a flower when I'm on my period, then it dies. Is that true? I watched a video that said if I swim in the sea on my period, then I'm more likely to be eaten by a shark. What if that happens to me? Mother Nature, although I know you will visit and I'll want you to leave, and the majority of the time I still feel awkward talking about you, I just want to know. I want to learn. Love from your favourite, determined 13-year-old, still awaiting your arrival.
It's 2002. Maybe it's 2003. I'm going over to my cousin's house. It's her 13th birthday, scheduled during Halloween. She loves scary movies. I do not like scary movies. I am the person that will run away first. So, my cousin invites all of her friends from her part of Texas, and I'm from a different part of Texas. First of all, 12-year-old Lawryn, she did not like hanging out with people that she did not know. Anyway, once I get to my cousin's house, I go over to my aunt's room and I say, hey, my stomach's been hurting all day. Like, I don't really know what's happening. She goes, well, you can just drink some water and then, maybe it'll just change. And I'm like, okay. Get back to my cousin's room. We're watching this movie, Glass House. Glass House is essentially a movie about a house that eats all the people on the inside and the black people die first. Again, I am not for this. My stomach keeps hurting. The movie is getting more intense. I go back to my aunt's room and I say, my stomach is still hurting. And she goes, well, Lawryn, if you stop eating this sour candy, then, maybe your stomach will start hurting. Again, let me know if it fixes itself. I'm like, okay, fine. Go back to my Lisa Frank sleeping bag in my cousin's room, and it is the scariest part of the film. And everyone in the house basically dies. All the girls in the room are like, ah! My cousin gets up, she turns on the lights, and there is this brown liquid on the floor of my sleeping bag underneath me. I felt like I peed myself.
As the first drop of blood was shed, I lost indifference towards my body. Mother prepared me the best that she could, but outside of my home was conformity. A schoolgirl entering womanhood, I looked to my peers for guidance. Pads smuggled up sleeves, tampons tucked under cuffs, we slipped out of class in silence. Friendships, as fickle as the boys we dated, moved on quicker than the next boy could wink. How to tell if a friendship was real, though? Our bodies mysteriously synced. Breakthroughs of our female rage sent warnings rippling through corridors. Better for us to contain it. Keep it locked behind cubicle doors. Our forged notes torn apart, unacceptable. No choice but to battle through. Cross-country running whilst clutching our boobs because period pain was just an excuse to you who said,
oh my God. Runs over to my aunt's room. My aunt runs back and goes, oh, honey, you're a woman now. And I'm like, okay, what does that even mean? She then takes me to my dad's house. She somehow told my dad in this exchange what had happened to me. My dad gets real close up in my face. He's not really good with emotion. And he goes, well, Lawryn, at least you can get pregnant now.
don't get pregnant. The totality of our sex education, which favoured condoms slipped over bananas and male masturbation, but what about our menstruation? Desired for what's between our legs, yet warned to keep it buried. Blood worn like a badge of honour, when it's the juice of an unripe cherry. Hold on. Men's drive is higher than women's and more in need of feeding. How come they will pay for it but draw the line at bleeding? As girls, we knew how to turn away from blood that's filled with knowledge. Only later have we heard this silent battle of our lineage. Our mothers not informed about their bodies, nor our mothers' mothers either. A simple act of revolution. Become your body's finest teacher. Female rage now rippling through streets in public displays without fear. Realising they cannot contain it, they will finally stop taxing us next year.
True fact.
If we speak of ourselves without shame, reality cannot be overlooked. We have a right to understand our bodies. Not just the way it looks. For now, my clock's still ticking. All good things must come to an end. I'll think of us girls in the classroom as the last drop of blood is shed.
But then I think of girls experiencing this moment, but where the party is deprived, where they don't feel prepared, but this uninvited guest has arrived. Limited to these items because of financial constraints, it's an outrage. This is a widespread problem, and we can make a change. Not every person can spare the money to fund items such as these. We've still got families relying on food banks, but to anyone trying to make a difference, I just want to give thanks. Shout out to Ditch the Rag for the work that you do, a charity working to end period poverty, and they do it plastic free too. They've got the best interest of not only young girls, but the planet at heart. Dear Mother Nature, I'm proud to play my part. Educating, raising awareness, giving back. Sanitary products aren't something a woman should have to lack. Uninvited guests, though you stay for a week when you arrive, struggling with you isn't something that's going to last. Period poverty, a thing of the past.